Hello, welcome back to Good Goal or Bad Defending. Where we're looking at West Ham versus Bournemouth here in the Bournemouth being awful, or is it West Ham? I think it might be West Ham being decent. West Ham are coming into their own. They had a great game in the Europa League during the week, winning 5-1. Now they seem to be on a bit of a roll here. So obviously here we are on a corner. Don't know what's going on here. Yeah, that seems a bit of a mess to me. They're doing all right. He seems to be unmarked. He's got one in front of him, but no one's behind him. So let's have a little look what happens as the ball comes in. It's a lot more movement. He's losing his marker. All of that nonsense there with those other two players. They both seem to have lost their marker. He's just having a picnic. There's no one there. He just thought, I'd stand here. If you're going to stand anywhere, as I always say, you've got to be standing in this D area here if you're defending. If you're going to do nothing like that. So when the ball does, because it inevitably, I'd say, 2 out of 5 corners lands here. You can defend it and get the ball away. Ball comes in, free header. Now let me show you a little bit about this because I've got a better angle here. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm talking about and why you want a person on the post. The reason I have the person on the post isn't to mark the post and mark this area. So when the ball comes in, okay, this little man marking the post here defends the ball. That's not what we're talking about and why you have a man on the post. That's sometimes the reason, but that's not the main reason. The reason you do it is because this is the line and you're defending and you're trying to get the ball going down the field this way. Everybody else is either facing this way or kind of half towards your own goal as a defender. The guy on the post, however, isn't. He's facing down the field there. So when that ball comes across and it comes in from the corner, straight to this unmarked player here, the guy on the post, as he's watching the trajectory of the ball come across, he can come out and challenge for that ball. And he can actually go for that header there. That's the point of having a player on the post. Yeah, he can also sit back and hopefully defend the line and do that as well. But that's not the main thing that you want him to do. Each one of these players that be on either of these posts basically get a free run to knock the ball away from the goal. And without doing that, you get these silly goals when a player is completely he's completely unmarked and no one's challenging him. And what you can do when you've got that player on the post there is watch that, come out, challenge, win the ball and go forward. You don't see that happen because most, babysitters, as I call them, coaches in the Premier League, the babysitters, baby and the babies, don't actually know what they're talking about. So what they're doing here, that you can clearly see, if you did that, that goal wouldn't have happened. It's the third time I've seen that this week. Here we are, we're coming to this next goal. So I want to do it in a little segment so I don't get hit by the copyright because they love copyright striking my videos. So as this pass comes in here, as you can see, it's coming to this guy here, and this is where everything starts to go wrong. He's terrible. Just watch. You'll see exactly what I mean. We'll roll it forward, and we'll take it a bit at a time. Boomf. The pass is out wide. The pass isn't to him, so he has to make a touch because, quite frankly, they're bad at football. So all of a sudden, because he makes that touch, because the pass isn't to his feet correctly, now he's in a situation where he's not actually in control of the ball, as you can see right there. The ball isn't next to his feet. And now he's in trouble. And why he's in trouble is because this happens. Boomf, and off they go. Off they go to the races. And the next thing they know, the ball is down here for a header on the back post. So that's the first problem that they've played themselves into. As I normally say, there's 3 things that make the goal happen. That's number 1. Number 2, he didn't stop the cross. And number 3, the guy in the middle is not marked. But look at these players here. Doesn't know how to play football. Doesn't know how to play football, doesn't know how to play football. Because what they've managed to do is make a nice little line for these 2 players in the middle, completely unmarked. And it's funny because the ball doesn't end up going to any of these 2 anyway. But if they're not marking the 2 people in the middle of the field, yeah, there's a problem. It goes to these guys on the back post. Doesn't matter because they weren't going to mark them anyway. Bosh in the goal. It's that simple. Marking is no longer required at Bournemouth FC. Stand around in the box a bit and have a bit of a natter. I think that's what they do now. Again, we've got another set piece coming along here. Again, I want you to think about having that player on the post. And if he's running forward, would it make a difference to this goal? Let's have a look. As this ball comes in, Bosh is a melee of defenders again. Yeah, can't even properly see. I think this guy's winning the header there. Oh no, it's the complete other guy. Here he comes for the strike. turns his body completely, goes through his legs and into the top corner there. Actually, I don't think having a guy on the post would have made any difference, because this guy kind of did the exact same job that we're looking to do, just run straight out and defend. But he didn't actually defend. He turned his body completely, and his body shape was awful, so the ball ended up going through him. You can see there, it's just awful. Awful defending, body shape's terrible. Stand strong, you're a grown man. He didn't. The ball's in the back of the net. I'll try to do this one in stages again. This is an awful pass here into the midfield, where this guy's picked up the ball for West Ham, because Bournemouth have made another mistake, and he's just dinking the ball over the top here into that space in behind there, as you can see. There he goes. But again, just going to point out, we draw that box in the middle of the field, where apparently nobody in the Premier League wants to play centre midfield. We've got another player completely and utterly unmarked. What a shock, right? He's looking at him. No, look at him. He's like, I should go and mark him. Because my mate's going to get the ball. Ooh. So let's play it on. Because I'm sorry, I'm thinking here, because I'm looking at this defender in the middle, and I'm going, right, could he actually go out wide there? Now, he's in all sorts of problems if he does, because he's leaving the middle so exposed, because he's got no backup. So it's one of those things. If he doesn't go out, because he might be able to get out wide there and deal with that ball. Go, get it out for a corner or something. But it does mean any dink into the middle and it's a goal, because this guy's completely unmarked. So I kind of feel this guy's pain, because he's trying to play football correctly and there's no one doing it with him. I do want to play this little bit, because as this defender's actually trying to play football, he does something which not many players do in the Premier League. And you can, when someone is counter-attacking him like this, his job now is to keep an eye on that striker and then look back at the ball. Watch, he actually looks at the guy running behind him. There he goes. See him, he actually had a look at him. Didn't go to him, but he actually had a look to see where he was, which isn't bad at all. Almost like he was trying to defend. It's amazing. Right, let's click forward, because this gets a little bit messy. Here we go. This is what I want to show. So this guy here, he's 1v1. Unmarked. He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything. Right, why this guy is unmarked? He's sneaking behind this player. This player's got to make a decision. He's got to try to pick up one of these two players. Now, this ball comes across, and number 8 here accidentally knocks the ball in the goal. It's kind of funny. In it comes, boom, knocks it in with his heel, accidentally. But when that ball goes in, and you look at the free shot there, where that ball landed, there's almost 3 West Ham players, and all the Bournemouth players are over here doing nothing. It's shocking. I think the Premier League is getting worse every year. All right, I'll see you next time, guys.